Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are back in the Georgia. And we are on Greece. Now before we get started I just want to say real quick, go blue! It's that time, baby! It is Ohio State versus Michigan Day. So I want to see the entire comment section full of go blue! Alright? I hope to God we win, because I'm going to be at my sister's. Alright, we postponed our Thanksgiving for the weekend, so we can knock out kind of a two birds with one stone, plus her husband's off work today, so it's a perfect situation. Get the family together, have a Thanksgiving dinner, but also enjoy some football. And of course, I live in Ohio. That's no you know, mystery, right? We all know I live in Ohio. But fun fact, I'm a Michigan fan. And so I get to go to my sister's house and be surrounded by Ohio State fans during the game. Now, the last couple of years has been kind of nice because, you know, we've won. So hopefully, even though we don't have our head coach with us, oh my God, we waited, our patience should be rewarded. Please slap him, Georgia! Okay, that could have been better, but it wasn't that bad. 4 hits out of a Georgia 6-gun broadside. We'll take that. But yeah, we used our Arthas there to try to get a nice hit on them and didn't quite get what we wanted. But back to the Ohio State Michigan thing. Hopefully at the end of the day, I'm a very happy person, and my sister and her husband and the kids are all sad. You know, that's just how football rivalries work, and there's no bigger rivalry in football than Ohio State Michigan, and I will take that to the grave. I don't think that anybody's rival. Oh my God, we just slapped the out of that guy. But yeah. Poor New Jersey out there, right? I think it was New Jersey. Wasn't paying attention. Anyway, we are on the left side. I want you guys to pay attention to one person in this match. Pay attention to this little Akizuki right here. Remember what we said the other day about one of the best rules of a gunboat is to get rid of other destroyers, right? That's your entire existence. This guy has already used his first reload booster to drop torps here, right? There's a Summers here. Now, I am going to slap the out of this Summers, right? Like, that is the beauty here. We punch him, we get a good hit. There's only one hit, but it was 3,800 damage, right? Like, that is no small amount of damage. This guy in the Akizuki is going to straight refuse to do his job. And I'm not saying this to, like, call the guy out or name and shame or anything like that. It's not that. It's just exactly the thing that I was talking about the other day. He is in a gunboat. The Akizuki, make no mistake about it, is a gunboat, right? So, as a gunboat, there's nobody here to help this destroyer. Go forward. Spot him. I will help you kill him. Instead, he starts smoking up and running into the island. I don't know what he's doing. He leaves the cap. It's just, please explain. I don't understand. But here you can see we got a shot at the Richelieu. We're kind of waiting to see where he's at. Going away from us makes him pretty vulnerable to lots of penetrations because of that raised deck. If you guys have ever seen the back of a Richelieu Jean Bart, they have these secondaries back there, right? And they're on a raised platform. That raised platform has some flat armor, which makes for some juicy penetrations from time to time. But you can see Nagato is no dum-dum. He's just sitting out here broadside, it seems like, right? But this guy is actually going to try to change what he's doing from time to time and make it a little bit harder. He's also going to get very fortunate. Let's be real. He's at a Nagi. He's sitting broadside. He should get punished for it. But this is World of Warships Legends, and sometimes you just get lucky. And that is going to be the last time I get to shoot at his broadside, because from here on out, he goes and runs to the back corner of the map. New Jersey does show himself right after I shot, unfortunately. I would love to reach out and slap him. We get 3 full penetrations on the Nagato. We've already used our second plane, unfortunately, so we only got 1 more plane left for that 20% bonus damage from Arthas. And New Jersey, of course, goes dark because I'm the only one spotting, right? It's me and the battleship to our right are the only ones spotting anything. But our destroyer still nowhere to be found. He's still doing circles in the backfield. The one guy that has the ability to slip around and do whatever he wants without being detected and potentially help counter the destroyer is the one that's sitting in the back doing circles. I know. But again, it just brings up what I was talking about the other day in the video. Like, it's such a big deal for a gunboat destroyer to just go out and kill the destroyers. Now, in a one-on-one engagement, like a Summers versus a Akazuki, I would take the Summers more often than not in that fight, and there's one reason for it. The Summers has 5-inch guns. The Akazuki doesn't. The Akazuki has 100mm guns, right? So those smaller guns actually, if you're forced to use HE, are going to be worse off than the 5-inch 127mm guns of the Summers. And the Summers also has dual turrets, meaning it has a pretty high alpha strike for every time it reloads, even if it doesn't have the fastest reload in the world. So, in a one-on-one engagement, I can understand why an Akazuki wouldn't just go straight at a destroyer. But he isn't one-on-one. He has 3 battleships plus him to help counter the destroyer. And he has at least 1 battleship that has already shown he's capable of shooting at the destroyer if you spot it, right? So these are the things that we have to consider. So while we give him the benefit of the doubt, where we talk about like, hey, if you're in this situation, I can understand why an Akazuki wouldn't go straight after a Summers, because Summers is a pretty nasty little gunboat when it comes to slapping you. But the other side of it, obviously, is when you have that kind of assistance where you've already shown that you're getting help from your teammates, maybe try to get rid of the destroyer, because you see what's happening, right? Like, we're not crazy here. You guys see that we're going to be harassed for the rest of the game by this little destroyer that's just going to sit out here just outside of detection range, reloading his torpedoes over and over again. And I don't care how good you are in a battleship, when you're having to angle against everybody in the lobby, you can't always dodge the torpedoes. And look how much those torpedoes actually hurt. But we get a shot out on the Rook there. Not a very good first shot, but don't worry. There's more where that come from. He's still broadside, because again, he's kind of in the same situation we are. He's angling against, well, he's actually going straight into the cap. He's not angling at all. And that's going to be his demise, because we absolutely pummel him. And there's the Arthas coming through in the clutch. And there's the Citadel. We just erased every bit of his health, and he immediately goes down. The Massachusetts actually gets away with this turn mainly because I shot at the Rook over there. But we go ahead, aim high. We don't want to hit his belt. Don't want to hit that thick armor. Aim higher as he angles away from us and get what we can off him. But again, I have to respect him. We all know what a Massachusetts is capable of. Well, he decides to shoot somebody behind me, who's also broadside right now. You can see the torpedoes showing up on my screen, and we eat another one, and that's a perma-flood, which is really, really unfortunate. Again, this is just exactly what I was talking about. Like, you gotta have a destroyer that's capable of helping you in these situations, because if you don't have a radar cruiser or a radar on your battleship, you're at the mercy of these destroyers, because they will just sit just outside of range. This guy probably on his Summers probably has anywhere from 5.5 to 6.2 kilometers of detectability, right? And so he's sitting right on the edge of that, and he's launching his torps every chance he gets. And of course he's launching at me, right? Because I've been the one tearing his entire team apart. So it makes sense that he would launch at me. But we know roughly where he is in terms of positioning to us. So from here on out, we should be okay in terms of dodging his torpedoes. We no longer have to angle against anybody on his team. Unfortunately, our Colorado behind doesn't get out of the way and manages to die, which is fair enough. I mean, there's only so much you can do as a battleship captain in this situation. You need teammates. And look at who it is. Is it the Akazuki coming out here to do his job? I'll let you guys see. Is it the Akazuki, or is it the Kagero? Let's be honest here. The Kagero has actually done his job. He's got 5 kills, I believe, in this one. Or he's close to 5 kills. I can't remember. But The Kagero has been the one destroyer on our team capable of helping everybody. Now here you can see, because we used that engine boost, we were able to dodge these torpedoes. He probably launched them right about the time that we hit the engine boost. So we get ahead of those, no problem. Now that we know a heading of where he's at. The reason I was going so far to the north is because we have a destroyer to my east, right, to my right, who is trying to close the distance. He's probably got twisted track. You can see he's clicking, you know, thank you in this situation, or he's saying affirmative. But we wanted to trap him from going to the border. Like, we didn't want him to get behind us. We want to make sure that we could try to spot this guy. The game's over at this point, pretty much. But if we can get him spotted, and there you go. Akazuki has him spotted. We are going to finally take the shot. And we get a couple of good hits and leave him alive. And the La Foudre, of all things, finishes him off. But again, like I said, there's so many opportunities for destroyers to move around and do their job. And a lot of people don't do it. They just don't. That Akazuki, you can see where he ends up on the leaderboard, right? Like, it's pretty obvious that he wasn't doing what he should be doing, or he'd be much higher up, because it is very easy to get XP in a destroyer, as the Kagero shows, with 3,690 base XP. So well done to him. Well done to the La Foudre on our team as well. We did everything we could. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think, and if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.